Hello everyone, welcome back to Nollywood Dish TV, where we bring you the latest trending updates and conversations surrounding your favorite Nollywood stars. Before we get into today's gist, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss our latest updates. And to all our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. Today, we are talking about a piece of advice reportedly directed towards Sonia Uche by veteran actor K.O.K, advice that has left some fans wondering whether there is more to the story than meets the eye. The message is simple but powerful: be careful about the people you call your friends. And immediately fans heard about it, questions started flying. Who exactly was K.O.K talking about? Was it simply general advice from an experienced person in the industry? Or was there something happening behind the scenes that the public knew nothing about? Let's get into it. Sonia Uche has spent years building her career in Nollywood, and over that period, she has worked with many actors, producers, directors and other industry personalities. Some of these professional relationships have also developed into friendships. But the entertainment industry can be complicated. People work together today and move on to different projects tomorrow. Someone you consider close can become distant because of a disagreement, misunderstanding or simply because life changes. That is why advice about choosing friends carefully is not unusual. However, the moment a popular figure like K.O.K is mentioned alongside such advice, fans naturally become curious. Many viewers began asking whether his words were simply a reminder for Sonia to protect her privacy and surround herself with trustworthy people, or whether he was responding to something specific. And this is where social media did what social media does best. Fans began analyzing everything. Some people believe Sonia should take the advice seriously because the more successful someone becomes, the more difficult it can be to know who genuinely cares about them and who is simply interested in what they can gain from the relationship. Others pushed back against that idea, saying that nobody should assume Sonia's friends are bad people simply because someone advised her to be cautious. And honestly, that distinction is important. Advice is not evidence of betrayal. Unless K.O.K himself clearly identifies a person or explains a specific situation, it would be unfair to accuse Sonia's friends of doing something wrong. But the discussion raises an interesting question about celebrity friendships. When you're constantly surrounded by people because of your career, how do you know who is genuinely your friend? Is it the person who celebrates you when you're winning? Or the person who is willing to tell you the truth when everybody else is praising you? Perhaps that is the real message behind the conversation. Sonia, like every public figure, has a right to keep certain relationships private. She doesn't have to explain every friendship to the public, and fans shouldn't automatically interpret every change in her social circle as evidence of a quarrel. At the same time, experienced people in the entertainment industry often understand things younger entertainers may only discover with time. The industry is not just about cameras, movie sets and glamorous premieres. There are business relationships, contracts, collaborations, expectations and personal relationships all happening at once. That can make boundaries extremely important. And fans have also brought up Sonia's previous public conversations and controversies involving people around her. Whenever there is a disagreement involving a celebrity, social media users often choose sides before the full story is known. One person may say, "I knew that friendship wasn't genuine." Another person may respond, "You people don't know what happens privately." And both sides can end up arguing over information they don't actually have. That is why this particular situation deserves some caution. Rather than immediately asking, who betrayed Sonia, perhaps the better question is, what exactly did K.O.K mean by his advice? Was he speaking from personal experience? Was he simply encouraging Sonia to surround herself with people who genuinely support her? Or was there a particular situation that inspired the warning? Those are questions fans can discuss, but we should not turn speculation into fact. Interestingly, some fans believe the advice could actually be beneficial regardless of the circumstances. They argue that friendship should never mean giving someone unlimited access to your personal life, career decisions, or private information. You can love and respect people while still having boundaries. And for celebrities, those boundaries may be even more important because their private lives can quickly become public entertainment. Imagine telling a friend something privately, only for it to eventually appear on social media. That kind of situation can damage trust. So perhaps the warning is not necessarily about one particular person. Maybe it is simply about being selective. Maybe it is about understanding that every colleague is not automatically a friend, and every friend does not need to know every detail of your life. But then another question comes up. Why are fans so interested in Sonia's friendships in the first place? The answer is simple. People have become emotionally invested in the relationships they see on screen and online. When actors repeatedly appear together in movies, attend events together or interact publicly, fans sometimes begin to believe they understand the relationship completely. But what viewers see is only a small part of these people's lives. There can be plenty happening privately that the public never sees. That is why fans should be careful about drawing conclusions from social media posts, photographs, or who appears beside whom. A celebrity not appearing with someone does not necessarily mean they have fallen out. A celebrity appearing with someone else does not necessarily mean they have replaced a friend. An advice about friendship does not automatically prove that someone has been exposed. For Sonia, the healthiest response may simply be to continue focusing on her career and the people she personally trusts. As for the fans, the debate is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. Some will continue asking whether K.O.K knows something. Others will say he was simply giving sensible advice. And there will always be people trying to connect the situation to previous Nollywood controversies. But until there is a clear explanation, we should separate what has actually been said from what fans are speculating about. Because one thing is certain, the statement has opened up a much bigger conversation about friendship, trust and boundaries in Nollywood. And maybe that's why it has caught people's attention. Sometimes the most powerful advice isn't about fighting anybody or exposing anybody. Sometimes it's simply about knowing who deserves access to you. So, Sonia Uche's fans, the question now is yours. Do you think K.O.K's advice was simply general wisdom, or do you believe there may be a specific situation behind it? Before you leave, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this gist with other Nollywood fans. And once again, subscribe to Nollywood Dish TV for more Nollywood updates and trending conversations. Drop your honest opinion in the comment section, general advice, or there's more to it.